Okay, the New York City of our imagination. Did we see this before, or is it just me? You guys haven't seen it.
I don't
Okay,
think we've seen
Oh,
it.
that looks new.
let's do it.
Oh, can we listen to music? Oh, I've seen this before. Elsewhere.
Que estoy viendo esa película.
Excuse me.
IDs, please.
Hundred and 10th and 3rd Ave, please.
New York loves all of you. Black and white and brown and Asian and short and tall and gay and straight. New York loves everyone. That's why
Okay, that's the first entry, New York Times. Entry number 2 is all right, looks like a Nat Geo piece. Systematic racism and coronavirus are killing people of color. Protesting isn't enough. All right. Third category, third entry is a New York Times piece. I'll leave this one for Zachary.
Thank you. All right. A New York Times photographer, Tyler Hicks, traveled the river for weeks documenting how the virus spread. The Amazon, giver of life, unleashes the pandemic.
Okay, that was the third entry. Entry number 4. New York Times piece. Road of Bones. I'll leave it for Zachary.
Along Russia's road of bones, relics of suffering and despair.
Okay. Entry number 5. NPR.
First time to see it like this. Petro tourism workers long for visitors to return.
Okay, entry number 6. Can you give an introduction, Zach, at the top?
Of course. Still, in this unnatural state of isolation, photographers show us the things that bind. Still Lives is the title for this. My apologies.
All right, number 7. Washington Post story.
We can't go back to normal. 12 young photographers share their stories about how the events of 2020 have shaped them.
All right, we're on number 8. More than halfway.
Whoa.
Right. Dig deep into your photo so, I mean, way, way back deep.
Damn.
Ugh.
Okay. It seems our internet is being super slow right now.
Okay. Okay, this has 2 links from Washington Post.
Love and loneliness in the time of the coronavirus. Okay, same entry, second link. Cherishing human connections in the time of coronavirus.
All right, entry number 9 is hailing from New York Times.
Sources of self-regard, self-portraits from Black photographers reflecting on America.
Okay, we are in double digits, everybody. This is entry number 10 by my count, anyway. This is from Wall Street Journal.
A furniture maker's 5-month struggle with COVID. You can't really have a plan. Since 73-year-old Century Furniture reopened, it has managed it. It has had to manage frightened workers, volatile orders, and new coronavirus outbreaks in its plants and markets.
All right, we are now at number 11 of 14. That is coming to us from Wall Street Journal.
New data reveal just how deadly COVID-19 is for the elderly. Almost 80% of deaths linked to the coronavirus in Europe were in people over 75.
All right, number 12 of 14. Coming to us from New York Times. You can skip video. Look at the photos.
Transit workers were New York City's pandemic lifeline. These three paid a price.
Do you guys want captions or some of this read or just keep going?
People just not
Hold on
gonna
one
be
second.
around.
I can skip the captions. I mean,
Okay.
personally.
Let me know if there's a caption that you guys need read. All right. Next entry, number 13 out of 14. We're getting there, guys. All right, Nat Geo.
Surreal scenes inside Russia's battle against the pandemic. Patients continue to fill hospitals as rumors and cynicism spread about a vaccine.
All right, and our last entry of this category is coming to us from Washington Post with 3 links.
Pardon me, I didn't know that was the headline. The pandemic hit and this car became home for a family of 4.
All right, that's link 1. Look at link 2.
A pandemic, a motel without power, and a potentially terrifying glimpse of Orlando's future.
Okay, last link of this entry.
Forced from their home, a family copes with the coronavirus economy.
All right. We made it, y'all. We made it to the end of this category. All right. Let us begin. Let's start at the top. New York Times, the imagination piece.
I just want to say that I think that every single one of these entries is fantastic.
Yeah.
I really think it's the strongest section that we've looked at. I mean, just every, you know, a minor exception here and there.
Right. Okay, the New York City of our imagination. Does this stay or go? This is the piece that had the sound added.
I kept this one in.
And
I liked it.
All right, let's move on. Nat Geo piece. This is the systematic racism. Stay or go?
I would say stay. But I'm going to say stay for everything, so I should probably just step aside.
What else? Who else?
We scroll down.
Mei Ying, what say you?
I liked the idea, but it should have been shot better.
Suzette?
I had this one in.
Who said that? Oh, Mei Ying? Or who said I had this one in?
I did, Suzette.
Okay, Suzette.
Yeah, I had this one in.
Okay, Suzette and Susan combo are in. Mei Ying is out. Daryl?
I didn't love this one. I wanted it to be better.
Is it honorable mention or out?
I guess honorable mention for now.
Okay, so that's at least 2.5. And Nikki?
Yeah, I like the concept, but I didn't like the execution.
So is that an
I'm gonna
honorable mention
say-
or?
Yeah, I'm gonna go without.
You're going without?
Mhm.
Okay, so we got 2 ins, 2 outs, and an honorable mention. So we'll let it ride to the next round. What's next? Looks like New York Times Amazon story.
Oh,
Oh, the
yes.
Tyler Hicks, that's fantastic.
Yeah, this is in for me, for sure.
And
Okay, 3 ins, at least 3. Next story. This is the New York Times Road of Bones.
Yeah, this one is in.
It's 1 in.
Can you scroll down?
And
It's 2 ins. I don't know who the other in was. I think that was Nikki.
It was, yeah.
That's a terrible story. I mean, these are all pretty heartbreaking stories, but
mhm.
I pulled it up on my computer while we were going through it. It's just
Yeah.
crazy.
Got 2 ins. Mei Ying.
I could do in.
Okay, let's go to next story. It's NPR. Petra Tourism. I probably did not say that right, but that's what I got at this hour.
I'm an out.
1 out.
Yeah, maybe me too.
I wanted to like this more than I wanted to like it, but I don't know that it held up.
So is that an out for you?
Yeah.
For me too.
Let's
I
get
love
rid
it.
of it.
We need it.
Me 3.
New York Times Still Lives is next. This is the piece by, I'm not sure how many different photographers
Oh, I love
documenting
this.
isolation.
I love this one.
Susan is a yes.
I'm an in.
Susan is an in.
I wasn't in. It's so personal.
Okay, 2 ends. Daryl?
And good photographers, it's really something.
I'm sure it's good, but I was overwhelmed by this.
You said underwhelmed?
Overwhelmed by
Overwhelmed.
the variety, the amount.
Oh, yeah. It's the whole.
Too many. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot, like 14. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like all the stories that were like, we hired some photographers to, show us what it's like. Those are
Mhm.
too much for me.
Mhm.
I feel like the only one was the one with the Black photographers because it was like at least a focus for it, and all the others are just random, just so random.
I agree. The genre of, I mean,
Yeah.
it's done in across different publications, and I have not really. I mean, to me, it's like, why photographers? I mean, I get it's because they're stuck in their places and they're looking at turning their cameras in on themselves, but I don't know. I just was pretty actually photographically here. I felt underwhelmed. So I would be an out.
Daryl, were you an out too? Or were you a maybe?
Yeah, I just started to glaze over at this point.
Yeah. So you got 2 ends and a out and a Daryl, what say you?
I'm gonna say keep scrolling.
Sig Harvey is in here. She's fantastic. But it's like an art project. You know?
Exactly. I think that's like I just struggle with it.
Nikki?
There's some really nice photos.
Maybe they'll do a book.
Yeah.
It should, they should do it. The New York Times does that kind of thing all the time.
Yeah.
So are you still uncertain, Daryl?
Let's leave it in.
Okay. Nikki?
I feel the same way.
Okay. We'll 2 maybes make a yes for now.
Yeah.
Washington Post. We can't go back to normal, I think is what it was. Or we can't go back to the way it was. Oh yeah, we can't go back to normal. Mei Ying, just in or out for you?
This for me was a definite in.
Okay.
I liked it.
Daryl?
Just don't see eye to eye.
That's why I like asking you guys back to back. It's how I'm getting joy at this point.
I didn't like, I don't know what's going on with that green, like night vision photos. And I felt like I'd seen a lot of these before. And I don't know if these were just like photos that were picked up or if it was shot for this. I couldn't really tell. I wish I knew if they like actually commissioned the artists to shoot it, or if they just had them submit photos that
Does it say in the caption, in the submission caption?
Am I allowed to speak?
I'm gonna have some explaining to do.
You can give us some
Post,
background information. You just can't give us opinion.
Yeah, some of them were commissioned to do it. Other ones had started a project and then finished it after they were hired.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, there was some stuff I liked and there was some stuff I didn't like. It's not like a resounding, this is a great thing.
So is that an out for you or a maybe?
I think this is an out for me.
Okay, 1 in, 1 out. That has quietness on her side. Susan?
I'm going to say in.
Okay, 2
I
ins.
know it needs to be cross it again, I know.
Nikki?
I'm gonna say in.
Okay.
Just because I do like at least 3 or 4 of the storylines. Yeah.
Okay, so it's in for now. The next Washington Post one is The Love Story, and it had 2 links. How do you feel about how Washington Post expressed love in the time of Corona? Susan?
I liked it. I'm very indiscriminate. I'm
What
not
did you like about it?
discriminating. I like the creative artistry of it. It's, their images, they're enigmatic and inexplicable. I don't know what they are or what they mean, and I don't actually need to have that kind of meaning. I like looking at some of them.
Okay. Nikki, what say you?
In for me.
2 ends. Daryl?
Uh, oh man, I feel like
Express yourself, man. Express yourself.
it is affecting my opinion. I feel the same way as I felt about the other stuff. It just felt like an art project and not really photojournalism to me.
That's very true. If
Like, I don't know what's going on with those pink noodles, but it looked like meat or something. And it kind of grossed me out. I get it. Like, it's an interesting time, but I just don't. I'm just not as drawn to this kind of stuff personally. So it's an out for me.
We've got 2 ins, 1 out. Mei Ying?
I do like some of the conceptual stuff, but I think it's too loose, and I think it's almost too conceptual. Like, I agree with you on the noodles, Daryl. I'm not sure.
that's true. It's the weakest
We have
one.
one point of agreement, which is the noodles.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
Yeah, and I felt the Tokyo stuff I wasn't into, and I didn't I feel like love and loneliness are 2 very different concepts, and if it was going to try and tie them together, then I don't know. I just felt like it was kind of disparate and not cohesive in its statement. So I would probably be an out.
What? You and Daryl agree on out? Fantastic. All right, we got 2 ins and 2 outs, so it holds for now. So let's skip over it. And the second one is the second part of the Washington Post link. Our next one is New York Times Self-Regard, the Black photographers.
Is that number 9?
This is, I have it, yes, at number 9.
I mean, I thought this was great. I remember when this came out, I just thought it was, especially at that moment it came out, it was just very powerful to me. These Black photographers kind of telling their story.
Yeah, this would have been June 19th-ish, which would have, the country still would have been in unrest.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the photos themselves are all very strong.
I thought this one really held together and
Yeah.
is really powerful.
Yeah.
Is that an end from everybody, or
Yeah.
at least 3 ends?
And
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the next entry, which is the Wall Street Journal furniture story. Suzette, does this hold up?
I wanted to like it because it's so different and everything, but it just didn't make me want to go back and look at it.
yeah, I feel the same way.
Is it an out for you,
It is.
Susan?
And an out for me.
I think the photos are more about giving information than being a photograph, I guess. That gives you some emotion or something.
So does this place for you at all, Mei Ying?
Out.
Okay, 3 outs, it's gone. The next one is Wall Street Journal, the new data or data, depending on where you're from. on elderly people. Nikki, does this place for you? Does this hold up?
Yes, I
Okay.
really like this story.
We've got an in. Susan?
I would like to keep it in. I think it's, I'm a great turning into a gray panther. So if it's about old people, I'm into it.
Daryl?
Can we keep scrolling? I kind of think I sort of
Sure.
here.
Mei Ying, while he's thinking.
Wanted more. I like the concept, but yeah, I just wanted more. I feel like more that it didn't give me what I needed.
The pictures, some of them are so small, it's hard to look at, hard to see them. A couple
So
of them.
Mei Ying, you wanted more, but is that at least an honorable mention? Does it place? Is it out?
I would do it as an out.
We've got 2 ins, keep scrolling, and 1 out. Suzette?
I don't know whether I like this because it was a nice tight edit. And it like, gave me exactly what I wanted and I didn't need to see more, or whether I was just really glad that it was short.
True story, yes.
If anything, it would be an honorable mention, but I don't know that it's more than that. I mean, some of the composition is really nice.
Okay, so we've got 2 ins, 1 out, a rubbing of the neck, and a possible honorable mention.
I feel bad because I wish I could read it. You know what I mean? I think that would maybe help me, decide. Obviously, I don't want to sit here and read the whole thing, but I mean, I think they're nice photos. But again, it's like.
Do you want Zach to read a caption or any part, maybe 2 sentences in? He's got a very nice voice. It's soothing.
Yeah, it's very soothing. I think I'm comparing this to the Brazil piece, which was much stronger and was kind of like a similar, in the similar zone, but could do honorable mention.
Okay, let it ride another time. Next story is New York Times transit workers.
I really like this.
I did too.
That's 2 yeses. Is there a third?
What did I write down?
Mei Ying?
I'm pretty on the fence.
Okay.
I could be in for now.
It's really nice.
Okay, let's let it roll one more time. Next up is Nat Geo Russia battle. I don't know if I even said that right. National Geographic Russia's Russia's battle against the pandemic. Language skills are all the way going at this point. All right, Nikki, does this hold up for you? Does it place anywhere? Honorable mention?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, we got
Yes,
1
please.
yes. Susan?
I would do an honorable mention.
Okay. Mei Ying?
I liked some of the earlier frames, but this one and just those 2 above, and even I guess these 2, it felt like it started to get weaker as we went down.
We're going to kick it out. We might as well do it now.
Yeah. I would. All right. I'm going to be a little ruthless and say out.
Okay. Suzette?
I had it on my list as a so-so. Which means I was okay for an honorable mention.
Okay. Are you still okay with honorable mention?
Yeah, I mean, I think what Mei Ying said was like they did fall apart a little bit in the middle photos.
Okay.
I'll keep scrolling. All right.
I thought that was a really nice ender.
Yeah, I like the
Yeah,
washed
that's
out
really
quality of it.
Okay, Daryl, we've got one definite in, a maybe. I think Susan was an in as well. Was
I
that
was
right?
an honorable mention.
Okay, we got two honorable mentions, an in and out. What say you, sir?
Sure. Honorable mention.
Okay, let's let it ride. Last story is Washington Post homeless family story, photographed by Eve Edelhart. It has 3 links to this story. Suzette is not allowed to comment, but can answer any questions that you have. Nikki?
Hi. Yeah, so I missed, did you just talk about this? There were 2 of the same storylines, right? Or 2 of the same, like you showed 3 different links.
They included 3 links,
Yeah.
and the base story is about homelessness in Kissimmee or Kissimmee.
Yeah. But the first one had some of these images of this family in it.
Correct.
With,
The
yeah,
third
so
one looks like a AMP story, more like
Yeah,
just
it
a
is.
straight photo gallery.
yeah, so I love the third story with that. Like, is there a way to? I'm just gonna pretend that the first one didn't exist, since it's
Okay.
the same. It's the same family,
Mhm.
and these images just seem much stronger to me.
Okay.
So yeah, it's an in for me, based on ignoring the first story.
Okay. Susan?
So we're not considering it one piece, all the
It is,
separate
it is,
parts?
it is entered as one piece.
Oh, I would put it in, I think.
Okay.
I'm an
Daryl?
in.
Oh, it's an in for Mei Ying. All right. So we did not cut much out, ladies and
No,
gentlemen.
yeah, I know.
Some of this has to go. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I am. So let's, oh Lord, my hand got stuck.
All right, now we can really be ruthless.
Yes, it's time to be ruthless. New York, city of our imagination.
And this category is,
Zach?
Yes, of course. Sorry, what would you like me to read again?
The category, please, description.
Of course.
I
Sorry.
love how
Double
you
check,
agree before
because I
you.
thought it was very important that we pointing out photojournalism as
Yeah.
opposed to other types of photography,
Okay,
if that's relevant or extremely relevant.
Wonderful. So, contemporary issues story. Photo stories that portray who we are as a society through events or issues that have altered our lives, perspective, or behavior. It's applicable, reactionary, or interpretive content directly related to the evolving dynamics of cultural/personal identity, and COVID-19 related photo stories may be entered here.
okay, I'm not
Thank
sure if
you.
that offered any more
Yes.
clarity.
I think it did.
Okay, let's talk about New York Times, the New York City of our imagination.
I love when there's like sensory things that are attached to photography, and I know that doesn't have to exactly do with the picture editing, but there had to be some kind of planning on, on this end for these photographs to work. And so it's one of my top 3.
Okay, anybody else?
I love this too.
Yeah, I think as a package, and it's one photographer, I believe, which
It looks like, yeah, one.
was super impressive to me because it covered so much. You know what I
Todd
mean?
Heisler, I think.
Yeah, who's Dan
Yeah.
Barry? Is he the writer?
He's the
Yeah.
right.
Both it was almost like a poem or something. Yeah, I think it's
All right, so we have at least 3 that are saying yes. Nat Geo, systematic racism. Does it land in the top 6 out of all the work in this category? Is this top 6 for anybody? It's a no for Daryl. I think Susan is
I
shaking.
would say no too.
Okay, it's out. Mei Ying had a little minor shake. I saw it.
Or it could be an honorable mention.
We can revive it if we need to.
I'm a no on it.
Okay. Amazon story.
yes.
Yes.
Top 3.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
great. Road of Bones.
Oh, it's so good.
Can you scroll down as we talk? Oh yeah.
I love when there's like all these beautiful photographs and then there's a locator map.
This is a tough category.
Yes, it is. Which is why we saved it for this point in the program. You're delirious. You're going on reaction.
For me, it's definitely in. I'm just not sure where it's in.
Okay, I can accept that.
Man, I think this is just the story. Like, this road is basically the road they took to take, you know, labor, slave labor, to basically work in these gulags. And this whole town is like, you know, this remote freezing area,
Mhm.
all these like relics and monuments to this, just
Okay.
around them everywhere. It's just crazy.
Does it stay in the top 6? We have one that says yes. I think Susan said yes as well.
Yes.
I mean, it's top 3 for me in terms of like photojournalism. Again, like if we're judging, for me, like
Beautiful.
story, telling a story through photos, like the dedication it takes to go out here, and like it looks awful. It looks awful.
I mean,
LA.
Awful.
pretty intimate too. I mean, it's, you know, it's like, it's a pretty intimate story.
Yeah, and it's something you would never know is like a thing still. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's educational, it's all those things. So
All right. I think I got a consistent 3 people who said let it roll one more time. Okay, so Still Lives is next. Is this in anybody's top 6? There's
Honorable
one no.
mention.
Well, that would be the top 6 is placing 3 and an honorable mention.
Okay.
And it's 3 placements and 3 honorable mentions.
I like it, but now that Daryl said that, I'm like, okay,
I
can
know, you've
I
ruined it
walk
for us.
through 27 of these, you know? Like maybe it's just maybe it's it's so overwhelming.
So
But
keep
the
it.
directive does let it does allow a little bit of room for an interpretive.
Yeah, you have some
Odds.
flex. You got some flex there.
Mhm.
And with the work that you have, is this the top 6?
can we scroll down?
Yes.
About it.
My sharks have been swimming all day long,
We definitely want the 12 young photogs.
as opposed to this.
Well, you know, I'm juggling here. I mean, I
Yeah,
love a
so
lot of
just-
these pictures. I think they're really beautifully done.
Just for context, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We still have to get rid of 3.
Hmm.
And I know that sounds painful, but this is where we are. This is why you are here.
I mean, I kind of vote to keep it in.
Okay,
That's my vote.
that's one in.
And it can, you know, honorable mention is fine.
Anybody else?
And I'm fine if you vote it out too. I won't fight you.
Can we still one of these for one of the categories we didn't put in? Like we didn't put it, can we steal it and move it?
No moving of categories. We can hold on this and go to the next one so you guys see what else is in here.
Let's do that.
All right, next tab. Washington Post, we can't go back to normal. These are the 12 young photographers that Susan referenced earlier. Suzette has quietness on her side. Daryl, what say you?
Can we scroll?
Yes.
I don't. These are nice. But this is, I mean, I think, yeah, I don't like this stuff on the, what's that?
Infrared kind of thing.
Yeah,
Or night vision, I should say.
yeah, that one kind of threw me off. And that was a little heavy-handed for me. Yeah, I'm not into this.
Okay, we've got one yes, one no.
Work together as a package. It's just kind of all over the place.
Mei Ying,
Mm,
she's got the shakes.
I think amongst all this really strong work, I could let this one go.
That's 2 outs. Nikki,
I co-sign all the points, but
Hmm?
also, yeah, I co-sign all the points, but I also, I like enough of the stories that I'm gonna say yes.
to keep it in.
Yeah.
Okay, we got 2 ins and 2 outs. It lives another day. Next up is Love in the Time of Coronavirus with the colors and the artistic appeal. Susan, are you still a yes?
I think we're getting rid of this one,
Okay,
right?
that's
Everybody?
Daryl says
Didn't
he's
we kind
out.
of decide that we're out on this?
Mei Ying?
I can do out.
All right, it's gone.
out
We got
too.
three outs. All right, we're cooking with grease now. Self-regard. Self-portraits from Black photographers reflecting on America. This was put together by Deborah Willis, June 19th, 2020.
I mean, this is just like smart, necessary. I will say for me that some of them were stronger than others. But I think it's so important.
I like this one too.
Me
You
too.
got 2 ins.
I'm a yes.
I do too.
Okay, let's go to the next story. This is sitting somewhere in the top 6. New data, elderly. Who said yes?
Nikki.
Nikki says yes. Susan?
I think I said yes originally.
Are you still a yes?
I like it.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
okay. This is a safe space. No judgment. Mei Ying?
I could get wishy-washy really fast about it, considering the time.
I'm gonna be an out based on the strength of the other stories.
Okay, 2 ins, 1 out. Daryl is shredding his sweatshirt at this point. This is the part of this program we're in. We'll come back to him, Suzette.
I'm a no.
Okay, so
Yeah.
2 ins, 2 outs. Suzette, it
Pressure,
falls in your court.
The
You
pressure.
are the one who can keep this alive or kill it. No pressure.
Get in, inner shark.
You know, I really do like it, but not compared to everything else that's on the table.
Right.
So I'll say out.
Right, bottom line.
All right, it's gone. Miss Moyer says no. All right, transit workers. Wait, how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Oh, yeah, I'd rather
7,
have
8,
transit workers,
9.
sure.
So we still have 9, y'all.
Okay.
How many more do we have to go?
Yeah.
You got to get rid of at least 3. 1, 2,
More?
3. 3.
So 12 young photogs can come out.
Yeah.
That's one.
Yeah, not the one with the Dana Scruggs, but the one, the
Yeah.
previous, the one right
No,
before that,
So
right?
lives.
You
Yeah.
need to have.
That
Is
can
there
go.
a third on the exit of that one? That's the fourth tab, Morgan, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So we've got 2 outs on this. No, not that one. The fourth tab from the left. From the other left. Yep. So we've got 2 outs on this one. Is there a third? Or
Go ahead. Ice this baby.
Susan says out. Nikki says out.
Mm,
I mean, I
could go
love
either way.
so much about it, but I can see that it maybe doesn't fit.
Mei Ying.
I'm an out.
All right, 3 outs, it's gone. Okay, what we have left, we have New York Times Imagination Story. We have Coronavirus Unleashed, the Amazon story. We have Russia, Road of Bones. We have Washington Post, 12 Young Photographers.
Oh, I thought we took that out.
Did
Yeah,
we-
I think that can come out
Are we
in
agreement?
comparison
we-
to the next.
We were
story,
picking
yeah.
that apart earlier.
Is that agreements? Is everybody good?
Lose it.
What'd you
Yeah.
say, Mei Ying?
I think we can lose it.
Okay, it's gone. So 3 New York Times stories, the self-portraits, self-regard, transit workers, surreal scenes across Russia, dealing coronavirus, and Washington Post homeless story that has 3 links. So 1, 2, 3, I can't even count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7. One has to go.
I've made a lot of sacrifices here, so it's up to everybody else.
I would say Russia is one of the weaker ones for me.
Which one?
Russia.
This
Yeah.
one?
I could, yeah. And what else do we have? We have.
You've
uh,
got the homeless story from Washington Post. This story about inside Russia's battle against the pandemic. You've got the transit workers from the New York Times, the self-portraits from the Black photographers from the New York Times. You've got Along Russia's Road from the New York Times, the coronavirus in the Amazon, also from the New York Times, and the Sound of New York City, and I think it's like reimagined,
Mhm.
also from the New York Times. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You've got 7. One has to go.
What's that one furthest to the right?
That's the Washington Post homeless family story.
All right, what's the one next to that? Are all 3 of those Washington Post?
Yeah, it was 3 links for that one story.
So what's the one next to that? Sorry.
That is the Nat Geo. Oh, yeah,
And
that was
those
the.
count as one, or do
Those all count as one story.
Oh, all right. I was confused. Sorry.
That's all right. We're in a global pandemic. It's all right.
Still.
And we've been sitting here for 12 hours, so it's fine.
Word.
So
all
we have
right.
one.
One has to go. And then
I
you
vote New
replace
York, that New York City one,
the New York City, the sounds
personally.
of
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah, I just don't. I mean, it's
The
nice,
New
but I
York
don't care that
City.
much.
I love that
Yeah.
one.
I do too.
I mean, it's pretty. Yeah,
I'm emotionally attached to that one.
Okay.
that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Wait, what's
Okay.
the surreal scenes? Is that the Russia thing? What's the surreal scenes? The Nat Geo one that was
That's
live.
the Nat Geo.
That was the Russia,
Can we
the
say it
Russia
again?
battle.
The Russian Road? No, or the Russian.
This one. Didn't we kill this one?
No, that one was up for discussion.
Oh, I thought we killed it.
Did we kill it? I could have missed it.
I think
I would kill it. I would
Is
kill
that
it.
the one with the white nurse? Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. I
the
think we
blue
did. I thought we
curtains.
did kill this one.
Yeah.
Okay, I may have missed
Good,
it.
right?
We like it, but we can't love it.
But you won't let us take 7.
I will not let you take 7. We can make choices.
I mean,
All right.
All
let's-
right.
It was a toughie. These were all good.
Yes, if your work is in here and you are watching, this is phenomenal work. All right, so are we in agreement? This has got to go?
Yes.
It was a very quiet yes.
Beautiful, quiet story with the religious imagery has to go.
All right,
well,
it's gone.
5.
All right, we've
so-
got 6. What are the top 3?
Isla Hicks for sure.
Is that the Amazon story?
It's the Russia Road.
I liked the first 3.
The Sounds of New York City, the Amazon, and the Russia Road.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I liked.
We are rewarding the New York Times big time.
I mean, they're killing it though. Like
We
this
really
is,
are.
they really are.
I
So
would consider maybe the Washington Post car home.
the homeless story.
Yeah.
I feel like the third link. Oh my gosh, like the intimacy.
Mhm.
yeah.
Agreed.
Instead of Sounds of New York.
Mhm.
Maybe that's hard.
So is that
I
what
vote
the
for that.
proposal is? What'd you say, Nikki?
I vote for that.
Okay,
For
so there's
the
a
homeless
proposal
story.
on the table to elevate the Washington Post homeless story and switch out the Sounds of New York City. Suzette unfortunately cannot comment. So it is left up to you, the four of
Right.
you.
I think it's a good thing to do.
I agree with all.
Spread the wealth a little bit.
I'm
Mhm.
on board.
All right, so let's elevate the Washington Post story. What goes first in this series?
Brazil or the other one? What's the other top one?
Brazil or the Russia Road?
The Russia. Yeah, either of those.
For
What do
me,
you
it
guys
can
think?
happen. I
Can we
can
do
tell
a
you
quick
it's
scroll?
amazing.
Oh, sorry.
Say again?
Can we do
Like-
a quick scroll on Brazil?
Yes. Can we go to the Amazon story, please?
Hmm. I'm pretty torn between what's 1 and 2, between Amazon and Vodafone.
Can we see Road of Bones again too?
Absolutely. All right. What are we thinking? So far where are we? I know Daryl feels strongly about this piece. Mei Ying, who is usually his opposite.
Agrees?
Hmm?
Agrees? Does
I don't know. I can't read. She's got a good poker face.
Yeah, I'm really.
We're doing order right now, or
We're doing top 3.
Mhm.
my top 3 is Brazil, Russia, Washington Post.
In that order?
Yep. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. So he's saying Amazon story, Russia, and homeless family story.
It's a nice combination.
What say you, Susan?
I would like someone else to decide.
Okay. Mei Ying?
I think I'm good with Amazon in first place. Part of me almost wants the Washington Post story in the second place.
Okay.
But it's pretty close for me.
So,
Mm.
Nikki, what say you?
Do you want the Washington Post story in the second place politically, or that because that story moves you more? Like the intimacy of it? I'm curious.
I think it's the intimacy. I just think,
Mm,
yeah.
that's fair. I can co-sign that. I'm up for the Washington Post as a second.
But I mean, it's so close to me that I wouldn't be unhappy the other way around.
Mm-hmm.
So Daryl is saying Amazon, Russia, Washington Post. I'm sorry you can't participate, Suzette. Susan is saying what?
Oh, I have to do this. Okay, I like
Yeah.
the idea of putting the Washington Post in the second place, just to divide up the bullying New York Times.
Mm-hmm.
Their humongous talent pool.
Daryl?
Yes, let's do it. And let's move.
Okay. We have so Amazon.
Right, based on nothing.
Amazon, well, yeah, what you guys have said throughout the last hour is the quality of the work in this category. So it's
Yeah,
it's splitting hairs
spectacular.
at this point.
Yeah.
Amazon comes in first place, Homeless Story comes in second, and shoot,
Road of Bones.
Russia, Road of Bones is third. The rest are honorary.
Yeah.